nation slow. Yeah. I'm so I know. Will you see I can wash with soap? The meditation to stop like rope. A nation slowly fade. What we tell him? Well, I'm enough to tell you say you need. If I'm not gonna lie that junior wife. Bad mind stuck in on them head like a tumor. Them fell like 3 stripes. Put a line made by Puma. Them telling people lines only for rumor. Stand where you're not in them, I say you a crack out. Get your visa to fly out and them I pray for you, drop out them. See them a calculator in and you a count them. Say them are your friend, but them hard on my phone, yeah. Will you see I can? Come on, say what I am. Will they align the trees and can bloom? A nation slow. Like rum, a nation slowly fade away. Oh yeah, you this y'all. When everybody enjoy the vibes, I want everybody to set fire. What about this right now? I'm messing with boom boom. I'm messing with boom boom. Yeah, yeah. Listen, I'm messing, I know. Listen, and this one is some love, y'all. Can't stop. Well, there's something alright. If you know I sing it, I just can't. Yes. Well, I can't sleep good at. Oh, baby. But I'm rising daily. But I'm smiling endlessly. Now you have me wondering what have you done to me. If you know it, I never knew I could feel like this. You got me inside expecting. I know I'm wondering if I'm lovesick. Is this real or is it a bit? I hope I'm not going crazy. Me no wonder if I lose my mind. But if I'm not losing it, why am I feeling this, baby? Come on now, you should be next. Well, it's dreaming of you at me. Baby, where are you? I hope I can't without you. Can't sleep without you. Yo, 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 yo. Just like I'm in, just like they with the real. And I'll be really what we love is sticking. You like the love with the perfect fit. You give me goosebumps every time. Remind me feelings without even trying. But if I'm not losing it, why am I feeling this? Baby, it's a sign. You should be next to me. Come on, Celia. Come on, Celia. Wow, but dreaming of you. you trying to be, yo, come on. Well, I've been feeling right, baby. We're trying to hold back this feeling for so long. And if you feel like I feel, baby, come on now, hey, well, come on now, let's get it on.
Thank you so much. Yes, I. You enjoy the music? You love the music? Say yes, Rasta. Yes, I. Give the people more music. Yes, I. We want you guys to be feeling real happy right now. So we're gonna bust it right. Love and soul. And you know the only man a lion power, enough soul. Right? Rastafari way. Yes, I am. We'll
night to you. Yeah, good night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Pity Martinique. Once again, it is time for Talking Points. My name is Sheldon Scott. I'll be here with you up until the 10 o'clock hour. And indeed, we're sorry for the late start tonight. Yeah, I had a late start getting into studio tonight. Yeah, but I am here, and we say a special good night to all the listeners joining us via the various mediums. Those of you who are joining us via YouTube, those of you joining us via Facebook, also, those of you joining us via 91.9, 91.5 Real FM, broadcasting out of beautiful St. Patrick, St. Andrew, and those of you who are joining us as well via We Noise Radio. It indeed is one of those nights, boy, I'm all over the place, looking at what is going on. As many of you may know, tonight is election night in Trinidad and Tobago. So I am paying attention to what is going on down in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. I am also paying attention as well to what is going on in Canada. Yeah, because the Canadian elections are taking place now as well. If I remember correctly, I haven't checked on them for the day, but I know that they are having elections taking place as well. So paying attention to what is going on in Trinidad, paying attention to what is going on in Canada, paying attention to what is going on in Guyana, and of course, paying attention to what is going on right in Grenada. Yes, indeed. And folks, let me just get the phone lines hooked up. I did not put it up yet. Let me just make sure I get the lines up and running. Yeah, I had it down. Let me just make sure I get the lines up and running. It seems as though I already missed a couple calls already, but let me just get the lines up and running. Yes. So folks, you can call 440-7377. That's WhatsApp only. Yeah? We can only take WhatsApp calls. So you got to call +1473 440-7377. So once you call it like that, yeah, you can get us, or 1473-440-7377. You can get us on the WhatsApp number. All right. So you can call at any point in time. You can call now. Nice. Just making sure that is, yeah, that's so, and that day, and that, right, yeah, we're good to go there now. Yes, indeed. So, folks, as I said, the early results I'm seeing, not too much to write home about yet. I know the Canadians went out and voted today. Let me see if I can find Canadian elections as well. I am checking what is going on in Trinidad. I may not be able to bring it live. I'd have loved to be able to bring it live, but without permission from the broadcasting stations in Trinidad, I won't be allowed to broadcast their stream onto my platform because I could get a copyright strike for that. Next thing, they take down the Talking Points page. But as it is right now, both parties in Trinidad attempting to achieve at least 21 seats. You need at least 21 seats to win in Trinidad. Both parties are basically assured of about 18. They have 18 that generally go a particular direction, yeah. And they have to make up the rest. The Tobago seats, from what I'm seeing so far, seem to be an interesting race. In Tobago, where is it? In Tobago East, I believe, the PNM, from what I saw so far, seems to be struggling. But in Tobago West, it seems as though they're pretty much holding on there. So looking to see what is going on with the election in Trinidad, I ain't saying for one party or the other. I'll watch it and see. So at the end of the night tonight, we will know if they're red and ready or if yellow is the code. We will know what is the situation in Trinidad and Tobago by the end of the night tonight. And I'm not sure, considering the size of Canada, if we'll also be having the results out of Canada, if they'll be out tonight, or if it's going to take a day or two for those results to come out. So first of all, let me say a special good night to all of you under the YouTube. Let me see who's there. Debbie Seals, I see you there. Phyllis Mitchell, Denny Sandy, good night, Miss Sandy. Lishra Abraham, Kathleen Ledlow, Vanessa Lalji, Errol Bonaparte, Ruth Chitterman, Jillian Noel, I see you. And Adrian Watts, good night to you, brother Watts. Good night to your lovely, lovely, lovely wife. Francis George, Teresa Joseph, Agnes Henry, Alcy Peters, Abby Wells, good night. And Caitlin Halley Douglas, Matthew Boyd. Matthew, what's up, bro? I ain't fine. I wonder if I've been seeing Matthew name there. Matthew, I find I kind of miss you for a while there. Deborah Flanders, good night. Maud Martin, Joyce Lewis, Cindy Thomas, Michelle Alexander, good night to you. Lona Lolo Williams, Lolo, what's up? Anna Lewis, Hillary Joseph, Moko Joseph, and my good friend in Springs, Moko Ben. Rick English, Roslyn Jones, Deborah Laborde, good night to you. Sky, John Stafford, good night, John. John, I haven't forgotten the issue. Kathleen Knights, Rodney Barry, Janice Mitchell, Pasty Frank, good night to you, and Cicely Celestine, Carb Spice Fitness, Jackie Raymond, Raphael B.J. Williams, good night, bro. Clive Raymond, Clive, you sent a message there earlier, you had to double check the message. Antonito, Red Girl Pascal, Kathy Albert, good night to you. Andra Burke, Sherma Jeremiah, good night to you, and Zayla, back to school today. Dalton Strawn, good night. Byron Frank, Dolores Reddit, Anne-Marie Dick, Denot Amada, Zedhan, good night to you. Shanron Thomas, Gillian Williams, Devon Romain, good night, bro. Sherma Alexander, good night to you all the way in Calgary, Canada. Yeah, good night to you, my dear. I know you're watching the election over there. One eye there, one day on Talking Points. Eddie Jarvis, Anastasia Buckman, Jefferson Hagley, Anne-Marie, just making sure I didn't miss a call. Anne-Marie Grant, Anastasia Buckmeyer, Bernadette Joseph, good night to you. And Miss B, good night to you, Miss B. Mammy George, good night. Oswald Belfort, Ann Andrews, Gillian Francis, Jerome Lewis, good night to you. Merle Patrick, Dalma Scott, Fitzroy Edwards, Sharon Felix, Angel Mack, good night. Joycelyn Francois, Veronica Lewis Alexander, Lorna Johnson. Hey, I look my bro, my big bro, Salon Bernard, good night to you, man. And Veron Wellington, good night to each and every one of you. And let's see who's on the Facebook quickly. Vanessa Lalji, Tegwa, good night. Hey, Nurse Wendy and C, no, sorry, Nurse Practitioner Wendy and C. Maguire, good night to you. McLean Mitchell, Earl Benjamin, Jermaine Lewis, Dr. Julie Dubois, good night. And Lynn Joseph, Leroy St. Paul, Jillian Prescott, Jakeem Williams, what's up, bro? Enid Dakota, Reginald Amada, yeah, good night to you. And Rosanna Neckel, Sherry Lambert. Only Reginald Amada say yes or so check it. Right, Sherry Lambert, Martin Charles, Liston Joseph, Meryl, me and you go follow. Maria Ramsey, Joan Henry, Esther Peters, Olive McEwen, Sweet Empress Cyrus, Shamin Ragbasik. Shamin, what's up, Miguel? Landon Jane, Latoya Maguire, Betty Ann, Ventor, Maureen Samuel, Williams Anthony, Joad, Yvonne Courtney, Betty James, Rhonda George, Teresa Collymore, Tesha Collymore. Yeah, the whole Collymore family out tonight, boy. Yes, and all of the listeners via the various other platforms. We are pleased to have you on with us tonight on Talking Points as we get into the various discussions. Yeah. As we get into the various discussions tonight. Let me also say a special good night to my Carriacou and Petit Martinique family. Okay, so for the folks who were trying to call, I just realized what the problem with the YouTube, what the problem with the WhatsApp has been. For some reason, it is not connecting. It ain't connected to the internet they want to. Behave yourself. Yeah, you have to connect to the internet. What's the matter with you? Yeah, so it should be connected now. Yeah, so we should be good to go there now. To those of you trying to reach us on the WhatsApp, you should be able to get in contact with us right about now. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, come on, WhatsApp, behave yourself. Right, yeah. Behave yourself and connect. Nice, yeah. So we're looking for your calls. Yes, indeed. So you all realize tonight I have to kind of keep my eyes on what's going on with those elections. And we have our discussions tonight and so on, yeah.
Still wondering what is happening. Oh, I just find myself dancing in the rain. I just can't control my emotions. Like the music driving me into convulsion. When the drummer started to play this song, I tell myself that it's my nation. I am a Ibolele. I am a Ibolele. I am a.
You know, some nights the computers just want to act up, and this is one of those nights that it's trying that with me. But now I ain't gonna allow it to hold me, because you know what? On this Wednesday, we have the after work line of the New National Party that is going to be taking place at the New National Party headquarters. Yeah, they're going to be having eats and drinks on sale. And of course, they're going to be having music and so on, games, everything. You know, the usual after work lime at the end of the month. It's taking place this Wednesday. So don't look for it on Friday, you know, because I know some people were actually looking for that lime to be taking place on Friday coming. No, it is taking place on Wednesday, the day before the holiday. So if the line does usually go up until about 10, 11, this time it might go up until 1, 2 in the morning, right? So the New National Party After Work Line, it is taking place at the party headquarters. That's going to be this Wednesday, starting from 4 p.m. And obviously, you don't have to pay anything to enter. You just come. All right? Yeah, and I see some serious jam session does be taking place there and so. But make sure you reach early enough to get your food there, because find that people does come looking to buy out all the food and kind of thing. All right. Then, of course, remember, Wednesday is also International Jazz Day. So after you come out from the NNP line, you could head over by Rasta Carry and Friends, where they have the International Jazz Day activity taking place at Bay House in Jan and Glade. All right. So after you come out from one, you go to the other one. Right. Those of you that like jazz music and thing, nice thing. You understand? You could head on out there and listen to some real thing. Then, remember, on Saturday, the St. George Northeast NNP Women's Group, they have their sauce sale, chicken foot and pig foot sauce, starting at 6:30 in front by Nick's shop in Bolio. So that's taking place this Saturday, not next week, not week after, this Saturday. So it's taking place from 6:30 a.m. and it's going to be taking place in front of Nick's shop right there in Bolio, starting from 6:30. And they have chicken foot sauce, they have chicken foot, pig foot sauce, and you could go on out there and support the lovely ladies of the St. George Northeast NNP Women's Group. And the Flavor King Barbecue with the Southeast Women's Empowerment Group Chicken and Fries. They've moved the activity to May the 9th. So it's not going to be where it was taking place on Friday. They've shifted it now. So it's going to be taking place on the 9th of May. That is next week Friday. So it was supposed to take place this Friday. They've decided to shift the activity to next week Friday. So you could support them. Chicken and fries, small, $15, large, $20. That's the Southeast Women's Group, the New National Party, Southeast Women's Empowerment Group. And they are having that activity with Flavor King Barbecue up there in Mojaloo. All right, nice. And yes, indeed. Well, like people, they want to go and look, think to go and braid and thing, and if all you know, they could do braid. I think I have a friend who does do little nails and thing, and I think I will hook them up and thing. So remember, 403-4421, give a call, head on out, yeah, and it's a nice location, right? You're right in town, you have far to go. Yeah, handle the vibes. All right, the New National Party Women's Arm, they are having, and it's coming up on the 25th of May, Sunday the 25th of May, a Cup of Love, celebrating mothers. Starting time 3 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center Annex in Monrouge, St. George. Afternoon tea party and hat show. Price of your tickets only $100. and you come on out, ladies, send, get all your hat and thing before President Trump closed down that. Get all your hat and thing. So the afternoon tea party, I'll never have a hat for that, boy. Afternoon tea party and hat show. And that is going to be taking place again at the Grenada Trade Center Annex in Monroe, St. George from 3 p.m. And that's on Sunday, the 25th of May. All right. So looking forward to see you all there if I make it there. Nice. So all you remember, yeah, this young one. You see the account number. In fact, let me show you something else here. Nice. I find this one here. This one more suited. You see, poor child, she had to cut that, to cut the hair and thing. All right. So Kelanni George, 4 years old, diagnosed with Wilms tumor on the 4th of April 2024. So last year, they diagnosed that she had the tumor, and the family had to travel to the US in May of last year, because when they found out that she had that, they had to move quickly. So she's been to the US to have surgery and has had a successful surgery. But those of you who understand, when you find cancerous tumors and so on, they have to be dealt with over a period of time. Because if any of the cells remain, they begin to replicate, then they begin to spread, and we know what happens after that. So we have to make sure that this young one gets the treatment that she has to receive. Well, what's the matter with this computer? Come on. Yeah, restart then. Yeah. So she has to return to Miami every 3 months for medical follow-up. And also they have to pay a lot of medical bills. I know the figure. It's quite a lot that the family still has to pay. They've been able to pay part. The mother and father, they do what they could do. They fight up. They try their very best. And friends and so on assisted. And so they've been able to get her up, do the surgery, but now they must return again to continue the treatment. She's still on treatment. Yeah. She's still doing treatment right now. She carries a Medaport at this moment, which will be removed at the end of the year. So she still has to go back. What's the matter with you, computer? Right. So she has to go back and have that removed at the end of the year. But she has to go back. She's actually supposed to be back on Friday. All right. So they need your help. Right. So they have a payment plan with the folks and so on. So any assistance you can give to this cute little one. You see another cute little one? Those are cute little children and them, so that these things come in and watch the devil wicked, you know. You come in and try and take them cute little children. She needs your help. Help if you can. Yeah, and I'm going to put up in a short while, I'm going to put up the information for the parents again. Right, look all the calls I was missing there. Right, folks, the WhatsApp up and running now. You could make your calls and so now. Right, nice. Yeah, we have it up and running there now, so we're good to go. Good, nice. Yeah, so you see this little one? Yes, she needs our help, right? She has had the surgery. You realize she's been taking the chemotherapy, so she lost her hair. She has been doing the chemotherapy and she needs to return. The date for her to return is this Friday. So again, if you can help. All right, and this is the information here. This was before she went up, and so this is the information there. You can call on either one. And I think we have a caller.
Hello, good night.
Good night, my dear. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, Sheldon?
I am quite fine. Good to hear your voice.
Yes, same here.
All you recuperate?
Oh, yes, we did. We had fun.
One second, nurse. So I have the information up on the screen, folks. I hope you all have grabbed the pen and got the information. The bank account number for Kelly, for her father, that's Kelly George, and for her mother, Melly and Francois. Those are the numbers. Please, as small as it is, whatever it is, please donate. This child has to go back on Friday to continue her treatment. It's not a one-off when you're dealing with these things. As Nursey could tell you, it's not a one-off. You have to continue the treatment. Because if you don't, you run the risk of it returning. So she has to go back and continue her treatment and the testing. Nursey, how is it?
It was good, Sheldon. So just wanted to say on behalf of the fundraising chair, Kathy Albert, and committee, we would like to extend our gratitude to everyone, each and everyone that assisted, Ms. Watch, Jill, everybody else. We want to just thank you guys, everyone, for coming out. And Sheldon, we also want to thank you because you did a great job promoting it on on your life.
So you're telling me talking points does work then?
Of course, talking points does work. Sheldon, it was good. I left for it for 2 hours because I had to go chair the nurses meeting, and when I came back, the place was crowded. And plus, a
Well,
lot of people came, took their food, and left. It was the party animals was the one that came late.
well, I have to ask a
Regular
question.
people, yes.
Best you all change it from a brunch next year and make it a 10 to 10 because I realize that is what happened. You all
Yeah,
started at 10 and you all nearly end at 10 o'clock in the night.
but ask Kathy, somebody came in 11:30 when we were cleaning up and saying, I thought you had said until. So we had to remind her, yes, until, but we have work tomorrow too.
Oh goodness, yeah, because I was tuning in from time to time and I realized, okay, 1 o'clock, you see a bunch of people. I see Meryl live streaming. So I see people, I see thing, and then I find 6 o'clock and the brunch is still on, and 7 o'clock and the brunch is still on, and 9 o'clock in the night and the brunch is still on. So I was
It
like,
went on late because people were, yeah, it was good. It was it was a good little hangout, Sheldon. It was nice.
brunch turned to lunch, turned to dinner,
Turn to
turned to
dinner. It almost turned to breakfast for next day,
yeah, late night snack and then breakfast.
Everything. Everything. Sheldon, before I go, something was on my mind all day, and I just wanted to touch on it.
Go ahead.
I saw a video with a young. I don't know what the story is because sometimes, most of the times, I don't go on Facebook quite often. I saw a video with a young guy bleeding in the street. And a group of people around him, and there's blood all over. Sheldon, I couldn't even watch the whole thing because I keep saying to myself, if somebody's bleeding, why everybody's standing there and looking? Whose phone is out, videotaping? Why can't somebody apply pressure?
Well, I did see an individual who I could identify as the former. Well,
Somebody was wiping. Somebody
there's
was
a
wiping.
person who was a
Wiping.
driver for Honorable Dr. Clarice Modest. Kelly, I saw him there, and I saw him like he was trying to assist by trying to either stop the bleeding or what he was doing.
I saw somebody wipe it a few times, but Sheldon, like I say, if I'm standing there, even if I don't have a towel, Sheldon, I'm taking on my top, something going down there to stop that bleeding. Oh my gosh, it's so, I don't know. It's just hard to watch.
It's a sad situation.
It's hard to watch, Sheldon, and it was on my mind all day.
It's a sad situation, and I am not going to repeat what I've been seeing on social media because I recognize that quite a bit of the information thus far via social media has turned out to be false. Some have been truthful, but some have been false, and I don't want to be accused of being one that's spreading false information. That someone was shot, that is correct. I did see someone shot, that they were shot in the head. It seems so. The circumstances surrounding it, I wasn't there. I don't know. And I'm waiting to hear.
I don't care about what started it or why it happened or whatever. My only concern is watching that.
Hello? Hello? Oh boy, we lost nurse there. Hello?
You see?
Oh, we lost you for a second there. Yeah, go right ahead. Yeah.
Yes, I was saying I hope he's alive.
Nurse, I want you as well to as you're here, to mention to people, I was just speaking about the situation with young Kelanni, the 4-year-old that had the tumor. They had to, in fact, from what I picked up, this child had to operate on this child nearly as immediately as she arrived in the US to have that tumor removed and so. Explain the importance of people on the follow-up, because I think some people may feel it's a one-off. So she go and she do that treatment already. There's no need to give the $10 or the $5. That's the end of it.
No.
You have importance.
No, Sheldon. Okay, yes. So if they diagnose and they already know what the issue is, and they already come up with a plan of care for the treatment, you have to keep going. You have to keep going, especially whatever treatment, radiation, chemo, whatever it is. you have to keep you have to keep visiting to, first of all, they have to continue screening to find out if it's getting worse, if the problem is getting worse, if the treatment is working. So it's a continuous thing.
And
You can't just go.
the child actually has a Mediport on her right now. Explain to people generally what a Mediport is, because people might have heard that and it hasn't sunk in because they don't know what that is, so they just pass that. But what is a Mediport?
So it's a port they put in. It's actually an access where you put in to get, like medication and stuff like that. And another thing with those things, Sheldon, you have to make sure that you keep it clean and dry, free of infection, because anything getting into there, that child could get sepsis. Okay, and sepsis we all know kills. So that is their access, to provide like treatment for that child. So they have to make sure, like I said, it's kept clean. Try to prevent it. You don't want it to come out. So be very careful with it, with the site. Keep it dry. There should be a covering. The dressing, they should have a dressing there that should be changed, quite often. Okay.
So I believe the parents have been doing an excellent job on that front. But again, they need to return. So as much people as that can assist, please assist, because this child needs to continue her treatment so that we can get the clean bill of health.
It's ongoing until they say, and even if they say, okay, whatever it is, and even if they say it's in remission, for a while, you still have to continue following up, because at any time it can come back.
You must go, and every so often you have to do your tests.
So often you have to, see the oncologist, so, and make sure you check everything to make sure, because you don't want it come back and you don't know. Chuck, I don't want to take up some more time, but another day I will call, because I said I was going to call.
If you're there, you're there.
I said before I saw that bleeding, I said I was going to call, because I saw too that there was a high rate of STD going around in Grenada. But just one preventable one, at least I can say, is the HPV, which is the human papilloma virus. So parents, your children, girl, boys, try to get them vaccinated as early as age 11, because that can prevent your child, especially the females. Well, the male, it doesn't affect them as much. They will spread it. But the females, cervical cancer, and that's one of your main reasons for cervical cancer. You guys don't want to get HPV, and then especially if they can't get the screening, the pap smear and all of that stuff, Sheldon, that could turn into cervical cancer. So just wanted to...
let me ask some questions as you raise that one, and I realize your voice is giving you some problems too.
Yes, my sinus, yeah.
Let me just ask this first question though. Is the can men take the vaccine, or is the vaccine only for women?
Sheldon, at age 11, I made sure I brought my son in to get that vaccine.
All right, so men can take the vaccine as well.
Men can take it, but the difference, everybody, the men and the boy, well, at that time it's boys and girls. So boys and girls can take it, but I'm saying it will more affect the females. And sometimes it's usually asymptomatic. So you could have it, Sheldon, and if you don't go do a pap smear or whatever, you may not know. And by the time you realize you don't have the girls don't have cervical cancer already. So, it's something you have to, I would recommend. I mean, I know a lot of people are against vaccinations, but like I said, since my son was 11 years, I brought him to his pediatrician and I said, please give it to him. Because even if he can get the cervical cancer, he's male, but you don't want somebody coming and giving your child some HPV or whatever it is. I didn't want that. So I made sure he had it. And I always tell people, get vaccinated. You could that's at least something that can be prevented with the vaccine. The rest, the gonorrhea and the chlamydia and all of that stuff, okay. Another thing with that too, if people have multiple partners, Sheldon, and they get treated, let's say somebody has gonorrhea and they have three, let's say a guy has it and he has 3 girlfriends. If he gets treated and one girlfriend gets treated, and he continue going around with them, it's useless. So everybody in the pool has to get treated. Okay? So
also, the final question before you go, because I realize the sinus will give you problems.
Yes.
But as you're there and you're giving the information, we're taking the information. Can men Men, not
Mm-hmm.
boys, no, men. And can women take the HPV vaccine, or is it only given to
It's
children?
only recommended for a period of time.
So only
Okay,
children.
so children, yeah, well, yeah, usually they recommend before you start getting sexually active is best, but it could go up, I think, about 20 or something like that. I have to double check again because yeah, the dates keep changing, so I have to. But if you like 40 something and 30 something and all of that stuff, it might be too late, you know.
Because the thing is, when the 30 something and the 40 something year olds, when they were at the age that it's recommended, there was no vaccine available at the level
um
that it is right now.
I maybe not. Well, my son is 24, so they had it since they had it back then too. But another way for the grown-ups, what they can do is get screened often. So I think it's like at age 21, you're supposed to start getting a pap smear, the ladies. So the females. So what they can do, even if it's too late for them to get the vaccine, go get your pap test ever so often. So if they detect it, they can start treating it before it gets worse.
Okay,
So
okay,
there's still time to help.
indeed. Nurse Wendy and hey, look, Ziggy saying good night to you on the live.
Hi, Ziggy, lovely. Oh, lovely.
Oh boy, Ziggy Rich. Yes, indeed. So I'd like to say thank you so very much, Nurse. You're always helpful, always provide some very helpful information to the listeners. We try to provide as much information as possible, not just on the political front, but on other fronts as well that could help people live long and healthy lives. So we try to provide as much information as possible here and encourage people to take heed of the information that we put out. And
Yes,
you
Sheldon,
always
that's
come with
my
positive
calling.
stuff. Yes, indeed.
It's my calling, so I try to do, all I can to help.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so
All
very
right.
much, Nurse. You have a wonderful night. All right.
You
Wonderful.
too. Take
Bye bye.
care. Bye.
Yes, indeed, folks. That was our in-house nurse, Nurse Wendy Ann McGuire, nurse practitioner, Wendy Ann McGuire. And we have another caller on the line. Let's go to the phone line. Hello, good night. Hello.
Let's share that, Scott.
Hey, Papa. You're live, man. Go right ahead. Hello, caller. You're live. Go right ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, pay attention. Pay attention to the phone line, bro, and go right ahead.
Yeah, it's coming. Make up a step, it's coming. I just go next to you.
I'm not, I'm not sure if what is happening is that you're speaking over, boy, yeah. I think what happened is that caller probably called over a Bluetooth device or something. Folks, try to avoid that one. The Bluetooth devices and the call-ins, they don't work nice together. I don't know if it's something to do with frequency or whatever, but they don't work good together. And we do say, I just say my good night to Kami special, Yes, indeed. Yeah, fella. Oh boy, yeah, they hung up. Yeah, so the Bluetooth and so it does give a little problem. And a special good night to the glorious Miss Kiami. We hope that you're having a wonderful, restful night tonight, that everything is going all well and okay with you. All right, nice. We know it does have to look at pain and thing, but we pray for you to get a little ease up on it, even if it's for tonight. Pray to get a nice night's sleep and so on. Great, wonderful. And folks, when you're passing town, make sure you pass by Miss Kiami. Buy a little bottle of water, buy a soft drink, buy another drink. Yeah, plus she does have bra, she does have panty, all different things on sale. All right, sometimes she have children clothes, she does have shoes on sale. And you're still getting cocoa ball to send for your family in America. And if you ask her, she could get the coconut oil for you. She could get all the different things for you. Just check Miss Cami in Tome. It's like one-stop shop. Check out, man. Yes, indeed. 1-473-440-7377. That's the number for you to get on to the inside of tonight's program. Indeed, it has been. And let me say something here. And I don't want folks to take it in the wrong way. And I'm going to speak about two things, and I'm going to try to link it in a sense. I saw last week the situation in Guyana, the situation with the death of that child, the response or non-response of the police over there, and the response of the civilians who basically turned into a mob and started destroying property and so on there. I won't say burning places because from what I'm seeing, there are questions in relation to who burned the place and that sort of thing. An incident took place yesterday in Grenada, and it hurt my heart to see some Grenadians wishing the same type of behavior that they just saw in Guyana, to see that replicated here in Grenada. Why should we wish to see such things take place in our country? Why should we wish to see that there's a situation where there is big standoff between police and civilians, that you have, as I saw a little earlier this evening, the police having to fire shots to push crowd back and so on until I think 1 or 2 people got shot there in Guyana at the hospital. When people are threatening that they're going to burn the hospital, a hospital, you have pregnant women making children inside there, you have elderly inside there, you have children inside the hospital. And the people in the hospital are the relatives. And you have these people talking about going to storm the hospital and burn it and all this kind of thing. Down to the doctors being afraid to come out. And then you have people. And I don't know what goes through some people's head. And it seems as though a lot goes through, because I think that there seems to be a lot of space between the ears in people who repeat these sort of things. When they're asking for that same sort of behavior in their country, when you're asking for people to behave in that manner in your country, some people not even clear. You see me? I'm making no judgment in relation to anything. I didn't see, I wasn't there, and I am no forensic expert by what I see on a video from some. I'm not. So I'm not making any judgments in relation to this. See people circulating, people picture and say, that is the one, all sort of thing. You have people whole day yesterday, in fact, from the time this incident happened, you've been hearing that this person has gone to the great beyond and all sort of thing, only for it to turn out to be inaccurate. And one, as a people, I think we need to be very careful with what we post on our social media pages. Listen, anytime I have a problem with what I see a person constantly posting on their social media page, I have a simple solution to it. I unfollow the person. I might remain friends with the person, but I unfollow them. So whatever they post doesn't show up on my timeline. I don't see. If I find that they're posting things that they should know better, don't post that. You're trying to disgust people. You know what it is? You wake up in the morning and the first thing you see something disgusting on social media while you're having breakfast or so on. I mean, come on, what are you really trying to achieve? So in a lot of those instances, if I see something, I ain't going and tell the people what to post, because your social media page is your social media page. I can make a recommendation, but I am not the one to tell you what to post on your social media page. Yeah, you should be smart enough to know what to share and what to post. If I see something that's posted that's an obvious scam, I try to alert the person and other persons under the same post that, hey, this is a scam. Because a lot of people still, up to this day, I just feel sorry for Jervis Dabrio. Up to this day, you have a lot of people that are still being caught up in these scams and still giving their personal information to people they never meet. They don't know the people not even in Grenada. They don't know these people, and they're still giving their information over to these people, handing everything over to them. And handing their money over to people they never know, they never meet. And it says something too about the level of desperation amongst a lot of people, particularly some of our young people, that they get caught up in these quick rich things and these different scams because they see it as a means to move out of the poverty that they may find themselves in. They see it as a means to move from one stage in life to the other. They may be taking the bus. They see that as the means, hey, I could get my own car. They may be living with their mother or father. They see that as the means, I might be able to build my own place. So they get involved in these things. But some of us, are saying us even though I don't do it, but some of us are helping these scammers to scam these people by sharing these things via our social media pages. So if I see I warn a person once, I warn a person twice, I warn a person 3 times, I can't trust what that person posts. It's my social media. All I do is I unfollow the person. If I realize the account has been taken over, I just delete the person, block them, unfriend them, whatever. Yeah? It's simple as that. I can't tell people what to post. But when you see people posting this sort of thing about go and burn down police station and burn down St. Mark and burn down Victoria and burn down this and burn down that and kill police and kill this and kill that and all the other, it says something is not right. Something has to be wrong with us. If we want to see what is taking place down there, replicated in our country, something has to be wrong with those of us that are saying that. Let's go to the phone line. Hello, good evening.
Yes, Sheldon, good evening. This is Darian Phyllis.
Hey, Daria, how you doing?
I'm not bad. I want to talk to you. I don't want to be too brief about it, but mother and I went to the brunch, and we were disappointed. We were very disappointed in everything. We weren't happy. And I just heard Wendy Ann's remark, and she was polite to me, Kathy, but it was a lot of things we saw there we didn't like, pricing, and I just was shocked, I have to tell you, at the way in which my mother and I were handled as Grenadians. I have to tell you, my mother's more timid. I'm more of a straight talker. I'm in a position where, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Yeah, go right ahead.
I don't feel, I don't feel comfortable, and I'm ashamed to say this, going to any of the Grenadian affairs because, hold on. You would like to say something? Would you like to add something?
No, it's just that, Sheldon, this is Daria's mother, Mrs. Bermudez. I'm a senior citizen. How are you?
I'm quite fine.
And what happened is that I thought they were going to give me a senior rate, which they had promised, and maybe they would do it, but it seemed that nothing turned out.
Yeah, basically, in a nutshell, I have no problem paying my fare. I'm not, in the West Indian community, we have a lot of thieves in the room, and we're not for that. We're true blue Grenadians. We don't mind giving to causes, but what I basically, to have to end here, what I did not like, $30 was agreed as the donation fee, and we said, fair enough. We gave 40 in total. That's a bit light, but with my mother, we didn't overextend. How can I say? We ate what we need to eat. Now, what I'm angered about, I was lectured, not by the two, but by, I won't get the names, individuals, about what I should pay. What I should pay. And then I saw personally people walk out with multiple food, and if you're that going back and forth. In fact, on the line, we saw when she was arguing, holding up the entire line about what she should get. It's wrong. We have to correct that. It's bad behavior as a people.
Hello? Oh boy.
For us. It was not nice. I'm very.
It seems to have. Hello?
Yeah. I hate. It paid me to make this call because you and I have a good relationship, and I want to keep it that way. But as far as that's all I could tell you.
Okay, all right.
So cool down.
Thank you so very much, my dear. So I'll follow up on that for you. Yeah. All right.
Thank
great.
you.
Thanks.
Take care now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, something like that though is something that you could have dealt with at the level there. I'm not sure what took place. I'm not sure, but we'll have to deal with that on another level. 14734407377, because from what I saw a lot of folks there for the entire period in time. In fact, I saw some people that seemed like they got there in the morning and they stayed there into the night. So a lot of folks enjoyed the period of time that they were there. So I'm sorry that you all had that particular experience, and I'm not sure why, but I'll double check on that for you all. 440-737-7347. Lord, I've given the overseas number, but you all know WhatsApp. Nice. Yeah, so, nice. Yeah. All right, great, nice, yes. So yes, folks, as I was saying, the problem that I have here is this. I'm seeing too many of our people wishing bad on our own country. When I see people repeating the things, if I see people making statements like, burn down the police station, when you burn the police station, when you attack the police officers and you burn the police station, remember, The same police officers in that police station. Yes, you may have an issue with an officer, what an officer is alleged to have done and that sort of thing. That's one thing. But when you burn the police station and something happened to you in the same area, where they coming from? They actually tongue and come, or they actually send sorters and come down to come and deal with the issue? I think some of us must think. We're seeing these things taking place in other places, and I think sometimes we as Grenadians need to know what to leave and what to pick up. And I think some of us go and we pick up some of the negative things that we see taking place in other places, and we want to bring it in with place. So you had people yesterday that wanted to try what the people in Guyana were doing. And I think we have to double check ourselves. We can't allow those sort of things to become the norm. We can't allow those sort of things to become part of who we are as Grenadians. I was very, very disappointed when I saw some of those comments being made over the weekend. I was very, very, very disappointed in a lot of them. Yeah? Yeah, I don't know why this is happening. The computer just keeps cutting off. Well, no, the computer is okay, and nothing is wrong with the computer. The internet just keeps dropping on the computer. You could have heard it during the calls. You could have heard it there. It just keeps dropping off for some reason. I'm trying to sort that out as we progress. Yeah. Yeah, it is now 7 minutes after the 9 o'clock on the Spice Isle of Grenada, and I'm trying to find out what is going on with the elections. Let me see if I can find one of those other sites. I'm trying to find some information as much as I can in relation to the results of the elections in Trinidad thus far, and I haven't been able to gain anything major thus far, so I'm just trying to see what I could find on it right about now. Also, let me all remind you all of this one. Oh boy, come on, man. Why are you doing with these things tonight? Everything just working. And before I play this one, let me send my condolences. You realize something kind of threw me off. Let me send my condolences to my good friends up there in St. John on the passing of Julia, Christelle and Christelle and Curlin, All of you. Yeah, let me just send my condolences to you all on the passing of your big sister. I know it was sudden, and oh boy, there's only so much people could say at a point in time like this. People often say, "I know you feel." I don't think you could really know how somebody feel when they lost a loved one, especially to know how much that loved one meant to them. And so I'm just sending my condolences on behalf of myself and on behalf of the Talking Points family. Your sister passed away today, and we send our condolences.
For more information, contact We Noise TV at 929-445-4463, or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com. We Noise TV, the leading streaming provider. Anytime, anywhere, any screen. Access to your favorite HD contents with prices as low as ever. Choose from monthly, quarterly, or yearly payments. This worldwide service is flexible for you to keep up with all your favorite programs, shows, movies, and local programming from home no matter where you travel to. Worldwide TV channels right at your fingertips wherever you are. Latest in live sports, binge watch all your favorite TV shows, movies on demand, videos on demand you can pause, rewind, fast forward anytime. Never miss 1 minute in entertainment important to you. No contracts, no added prices for sports or premium packages. We certainly don't have to pull tricks like cable and satellite companies. Our product speaks for itself and beyond. We Noise TV. We have everything like Netflix, Disney, Amazon. Watch your favorite movies, TV shows, and series with our services. With our service, you will get rid of all other subscriptions. For more information, contact We Noise TV at 929-445-4463, or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com.
Yes, indeed. That's our good friends at We Noise. Yes, our good partner. Wade, how you doing? Well, Wade, I know sometime you're up in the place where the election taking place. So give us some information on what is going on, brother. Give us some information on what is going on up there as we monitor. Yeah, trying to see how I could, half of my thing here and half there. Trying to watch what's going on. I get a piece of bad news there. I'm trying to watch what's going on in Trinidad. Still trying to see if I could find something on on Canada. Yeah, just throw me off totally tonight. Yeah, and plus internet giving problems. It's one of those nights, folks, that you have to battle. And folks, a lot of folks been calling me over the past few days as regards a newspaper article and some news that came out that includes my name. All I have to say to folks is don't worry. Yeah? Because I know a lot of folks called, a lot of folks been trying to reach me. My normal number, if you try to call it directly, you wouldn't get me. There's a problem with that number as it is right now. You have to call me on WhatsApp. But if you try to call me straight on the number, you're not getting me, right? There's a problem with that number as it is right now. But I know a lot of folks have been trying to reach me and so on. Let me just let everybody know I'm okay. All right? Everything will be okay. Don't worry. You have to understand something here. Because they want me to say something tonight so they can get to make news out of it again. Yeah, that's what they want. And I'll just simply say this to everyone tonight. When it comes to any issue, because you'd realize that one particular so-called newspaper, the front page is Dr. Mitchell, the back page is me. Two are the people that they are afraid of the most in this country. You all realize that? Two of the people that the NDC is afraid of the most, that they have to try any means possible to try and denigrate, to try and attack, to try and destroy. Dr. Mitchell and myself, and I'm not putting myself at the same level as Dr. Mitchell. Yeah, I'll never put myself for the contributions that Dr. Mitchell has made to this country and to the Caribbean. I think a lot of times we speak about the contributions that he has made to Grenada, with forgetting the contributions that he has also made to the Caribbean on a whole. So it just shows the disgusting level that what should be journalism has fallen to. It's not journalism, and let's not glorify it by calling it journalism. Let's not glorify it. We understand what is taking place. We understand why it is taking place. So don't worry. What has to happen will happen. Yeah? There are rules, there are procedures, there are laws. Yeah? And what has to happen will happen. That's as far as I'll go in relation to that and any other thing. Because as elections get closer and closer and closer, these individuals will create, will drag up, will bring back anything that they think they can find to destroy anybody that they are worried about. Yeah? They'll try to destroy. Listen, there are very few politicians that have national appeal. National appeal. And they know that Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell is one of those politicians that has national, regional, and international appeal. When you go to a conference in Australia, or you go to Papua New Guinea, or you go to India, or you go to China, when people who know of Grenada speak to you, the Mitchell they ask about is Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. The first question is, how is he doing? Because they take personal interest in the individual. They take personal interest in him. They have a love for him. Remember when he was speaking the other day, when he had to mention, when that incident took place, you had all the regional leaders and former leaders pick up the phone and call. How you doing? Everything okay? Thing. Ralph Gonzalez, all these people and them. They pick up the phone and they call. Some countries, both the opposition and the government, pick up the phone and call. In his own country, they send out press release. But they never even pick up a phone. None of them pick up a phone and call the man to say, how you doing? None of them. Because you see, they're about how it looks, not the reality. They're about the facade. They deal in minors. No, I'm not saying they like children. I say they deal in minors, not majors. So they are not about how something really works. They are about how it looks like they're in charge of the something. They are about making the something, even though it's failing, look like it is successful. That is where they are. And that is why you see them rushing like headless chickens now, because the new National Party put out 4 caretakers. So they're scared. They are running scared. Because they keep boasting that, oh, they come in and they get in 15 seats with, I mean, all you will get 15 seat lash. We win in 15 seat, we win in 15 seat. That's what they keep pushing and they keep telling themselves because they're trying to self-soothe. It's like a person who has gone through a traumatic experience. And in their case, the traumatic experience is losing 15-0 twice. So they've gone through that traumatic experience. And they're trying to self-soothe now because they realize it's coming again. They realize such a situation is coming again. So folks, don't worry about me. I am more than okay. All right? Because I've been getting the messages on the Talking Points Facebook, on the WhatsApp, on my personal WhatsApp, all different methodologies people have been using, WhatsApping me, messaging me on the app, and so all different ways. Yeah, I am okay. All right, just to make sure, I'm just saying it here because I just want you all to know I'm okay. Right? What has to happen will happen. Okay? And I will be okay at the end of it. Nice? 1473 440-7377. But again, there's the necessity. You see, the NDC cannot win a general election based on performance. Because their performance, if you have to call it that, is based on things that the new National Party did. For instance, the Fort Project. I see the one that calling herself the MP for the Tonga St. George. Tonga St. George have the MP. Tonga of St. George has an MP. People went into the polling station and they voted for an MP for the Tonga St. George. They rejected another individual. They say, hey, you're not good enough, we don't want you. They rejected another individual. That individual is still trying to self-soothe themselves from that cocktail. And now you see them talking about themselves. They are the MP. You're not the MP. Hello, you're not the MP. School children listening. Stop talking stupidness to them. School children listening. But you see that one and the MP for South St. George go up to the fort and talking about the wonderful project and everything. These individuals had nothing to do with the project. Nothing. Nothing to do with the project. The project was conceptualized by the New National Party. That project that you see taking place on the fort right now, it was conceptualized by the New National Party. The funding, in other words, the money to do the project was secured by who? Not them Tweedledee and Tweedledum that went up there walking around like a bomb. It was secured by the New National Party. We secured the money for that project. The only thing that held back that project, and there seems to be willful amnesia on behalf of these members of the other side. They have a dose of willful amnesia. Or I don't know if when they got COVID, like some of us, we lose our sense of smell. It's been degraded. You know, some people lose their sense of smell. Some people lose their sense of taste and different things. So things don't taste the same way as they used to. I think since COVID. But these people, like, they lose their memory during COVID period. Because you have a project that had a particular rollout. So over a period of years. So 1 year in your budget, you have X amount of money. That money goes towards the planning stage of things. So, okay, we are going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to build back this like that, we're going to reconstruct this, we're going to build this, we're going to do, right. The planning stage. Then in another budget, you may have where you bring in your architects and all these people to do your conceptual drawings, and you start to locate your building materials, all these things. And then you start the project. During the period of COVID, 2020 was a year you couldn't do anything. There was an architect on that project on the fort that had to come from France that could not come to Grenada because of what? COVID. You had no planes, you had no boats, you had nothing entering. The international airport, I saw grass grow on the tarmac because nothing was entering the country and nothing was leaving other countries to come. So for the year 2020, as of March, all this time, so we are under lockdown. As of March, I remember it clearly, you know, all this week, so in 2020, we were under lockdown. You couldn't move. So for the year 2020, for those who like to conveniently get amnesia, nothing could have taken place significantly in government circles with any project. All projects had to be placed on hold. Because even construction sites where people were building houses and different things had to go on hold. People were not allowed to go on construction sites and so on. And then by the time they were allowed to go, you had to put in all kind of things. You had to have sanitation pots and this and that, and this and that. All sorts of things were put in place. So for 2020, that is out of it. For 2021, that was out of it too. Because while you had limited restrictions during that period of time, you still had restrictions. And then, towards the later part of 2021, you had a serious COVID outbreak in the state of Grenada that led to the deaths of a couple hundred people. So that year again, to say that you were going to do any major project in 2021, that was a definite no-no. Then you move to 2022. And you start to come out of your COVID restrictions. So your architect that couldn't come, they could come now. You have the different things that you could do, right. And they start to come. You call a general election, the NNP comes out of office, the NDC comes in office and meets a project that the NNP conceptualize, that the NNP get the architect to work on and get the drawings and everything. The quantity surveyors already put in the work, everything was there. All the NDC had to come in and do was launch the project. They didn't have any input to say, well, we don't want to see that arch built. Change that arch and put an arch over there. They had nothing to do with it. They just happened to be in office while the project is taking place. The only thing they may have been able to do is to get some subcontractors on the job. And we know who they would look to get as subcontractors on the job. But that's probably the only thing that they were able to do. But the work itself, the project itself, is not an NDC project where you go see them putting it up like it's some kind of, that is a major achievement for them. That's not a major achievement for you all. It's a major achievement for the new National Party, not for the NDC. But again, folks, you're going to see them trying their best to take that project. Because why? They have none that they conceptualize and roll out. Except to attack people, except to try all kind of thing behind people. They have no project to roll out and say, this is a project that we conceptualize and we put in place. Lighting up playing fields. All the lights were in Grenada already. The lights were in Grenada already. If you rush and you put them up before election, the same set of people who putting them up now and talking about, oh, we put lights. It had lights that were supposed to go up in one playing field and certain MPs take it and bring it in their area. And up to now, those areas can't get the lights. It are other areas that lights were supposed to go up, they take it, they bring it to other place and put it up and place just get lights. But these were things that were already in train because these things were purchased and brought in already during the period of the new National Party. So when you see Springs playing field lit, when you see Montrouge playing field lit, those are not projects of the MP down there. Those are actually projects of none other than my good brother Sebastian Cox. I will leave out the first name. Now let me call the first name, Norland Sebastian Cox. And the people in those communities can tell you that he did promise he would do those things. And those lights and so came in even before he left office. You see them running. I'm trying to see a road that was not already done in the Ministry of Works to be done, that these people came and said, this road needs to be done, and come and do that road. Because that's a constant job. As you fix road, more road go bad. And you're fixing road and so. That's why, under the new National Party, you're speaking of an extensive plan to redo all the roads on the island over a period of time. This government has taken a piecemeal approach to how they approach fixing roads. Well, what they call fixing roads. Because see, they're doing some roads and people jumping up and clapping. And when I watch the road, I realize no drainage. So what is going to happen is the rainy season going to come, the water going to seep under that road, dig it up in certain places and think, and you know what they're going to do? They'll come and say, NNP that designed it. When I know for a fact that those roads have drains as a component, but when people want to cut costs for whatever reason, and when something's supposed to cost $20,000, they put it up for $40,000, and then they still spend $15,000 on it alone, you have to understand what is going on. Yeah? So understand, the problem with these people is they have to distract. So you must distract. The new National Party put forward 4 strong, capable, young, vibrant caretakers. So they have to try to distract. Because even their young people does look tired. Their young people don't start to look like the grandparents already. So they have to tell, come and sit on the bench with us like wait for the grandchildren when they come home. Some of their young people already start to look elderly already. So the new National Party has come forward and they put forward some caretakers, so they have to find something. So one desperate publication, front page, back page, the 2 people they're afraid the most, front page, back page, and the 2 people that don't afraid them the most. Because I think it are 2 people that don't afraid them as much as the boss and myself. Yeah? Ain't afraid them. But understand it for what it is, folks. You have an absentee prime minister. For the month of April, let me ask a question here. Anybody could call and answer that one. For the month of April, how many days has the prime minister spent in Grenada? Yeah? How many days has the prime minister spent in Grenada for the month of April? Because right now, I think he was in Venezuela, the Bolivian Republic of Venezuela. So in Venezuela now, he was in outside of Venezuela, and I'm sure his private plane he probably go down to Venezuela with. How much all you want to bet is a private plane that the prime minister go down to Venezuela with? And I'm sure he gone with a big delegation. So 1 minute in Venezuela, next minute he was in what? this place in the Middle East. Then he was in St. Lucia. He was in Antigua for the month. How many days in this month do you think that the Prime Minister has actually been in Grenada? Yeah? How many? And someone is trying to give me some information there in relation to Trinidad election. I'm trying to see what is good. This one is a tight one, so I ain't going and say this side winning or that side winning. Right? Yeah, I ain't going to say this one winning or that one winning. I waited until the end. I was trying to be responsible. I didn't want to say this one winning and that one winning, and people start to jump up, and then there's another case. Right? Nice. Yeah. So yes, folks. Understand desperation for what desperation is. Yeah? You have an absentee prime minister, a prime minister who refuses to remain in the country, who is always out. And we would have no problem. The bloke usually call and say, look, this is how much it costs to be in those places. You're literally speaking hundreds of thousands of dollars each time they go to this place. Hundreds of thousands of dollars each time they go. Yeah? Then you have a situation where on top of that, the prime minister goes, but they don't even come back with a report to say, well, I've visited this country and these are the benefits. You know, one of the things, even since the days of Mrs. Nancy Maguire, when she was the press secretary to the prime minister, way back in the late 1990s into the early 2000s and so. Every time the prime minister or different ministers travel, when they come back, sometime within a week after them coming back, they would have a press conference and they would come before the nation and say, we went to this country, these are the benefits to you, the Grenadian people. Does this administration do that? Does a press conference for all kind of thing? Does this administration do that? Do they come back and say, okay, we've taken your tax dollars and we've gone here and we've gone there and we went first class and we went and we bring big delegation with us and we come back. Do they come back to you and say, what are the benefits of the trips that they have taken? What are the benefits? We gain some new roads. How much mile of roads we gain from the Middle Eastern countries? How much miles of roads? Or are we going to be receiving loans that we have to pay back over a number of years? Are we getting grants? The same way that Honorable Gregory Bowen and Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell and so used to go to Saudi Arabia, and when they come back, you hear we have 20 miles and 40 miles of road under the farm road project, the agricultural feeder road project, and those sort of things so that you know you could build roads. Until they build road and farm, until people decide to sell in the farm and they put house there instead. In what was supposed to have feeder roads. Government didn't own the land, so you couldn't tell the people they can't sell the farming land and put house there instead. But I guess so much nice road, they end up changing the farming land into housing. Miles upon miles. So when Dr. Mitchell or the late Elvin G. Nimrod or any of the NNP team here, they go over to Saudi Arabia or they go over to Kuwait or something, and they come back with grant funding in relation to things or counterpart funding projects. This government go and come back with pictures because they're carrying cameraman with them. Pictures, that's all they come back with. They don't come back with anything tangible for the Grenadian people to say, hey, you spent $3 million here, but you came back with 30. You came back with 10. We have a $7 million profit on it. You came back, well, not even 7 million. Because you come back with if you come back with 10, you get back your 3. And you have a 4. Yeah? So at the end of the day, what are these people, with all the travel that they have been doing? I listened to the MP from St. John speak. And up to now, I'm still waiting to hear something that's actually happening in St. John. I'm still waiting. The people at St. John themselves still waiting. We're still waiting to hear something that actually really and truly happening in St. John. Fishermen upset. Down to the gamblers upset because gamblers, I mean, the money there. Gamblers and all vexed. Down to them fellas who, I won't want to call them vagrant, but the one or two that have around who might be of the ilk of a vagrant. Them and all vexed because the thing don't run it. When a vagrant tell you the thing don't run it, you nothing bad in it. Because a vagrant, $1 please, give me $2, run a 5. When a vagrant tell you the thing bad, you know things bad. So when you hear they telling you that kind of thing, you know things bad. Yet these people, watching the same people who live in this reality and trying to sell us pipe dreams. You see, they went in parliament holding pipe because they like to sell pipe dreams. So they come and they're trying to sell us pipe dreams in relation to these things. And we cannot allow that sort of thing to continue. We cannot continue. You have the Prime Minister, you ask the Prime Minister, and then Dr. Mitchell posed over 60 questions between, and I just said much as what others posed, that's between 2022 and now. The government just refusing to answer the questions. And some sort of amendment needs to be done that some serious action can be taken when they refuse to answer the questions. They just refuse. You ask about travel, not just for the Prime Minister. Imagine you're hearing about 8 million by the Prime Minister. You're hearing about 8 million. Imagine what's taking place in some other ministries, because it had some ministers, they address, if you was writing them, you actually had to write them in Dubai, because it was never here. They were always in Dubai, until some of them take relatives and bring with them in Dubai as well. Yeah? So you have to ask yourself why they refuse to answer those questions. When the Minister of Finance comes to try and give some sort of nonsensical answer, saying that it's difficult to find all these things. Let's go to the phone line. Hello, good night.
Hello.
Hi, good night.
Hi, Sheldon. Good night.
Yeah, good night, brother. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good, man.
Yeah. This government that is in power now, these guys and them for the election, what is it they will go out and campaign and say on the podium? What is it they're going to tell the nation? What is it that they accomplish? They accomplish anything?
They write me.
I don't think that this guy accomplished anything. What is it they're going to go outside and tell the youths? I don't think he can tell the youths again by the stroke of a pen. He can't tell them that again because he failed everybody. He even failed himself. He even failed himself and his cabinet. That is the reason why he's saying, tell us who you are. So he's trying to put in another strategy again. That is the reason why he's saying that. These guys and them is just no confidential motion. No confidential motion. Thank you, my brother.
Yes, sir, my brother. Thank you so very much. And that's the thing. Okay. Let me ask the people, those of you listening in St. Patrick right now via 91.9, 91.5, and who are listening as well via YouTube and Facebook. Tell me, what is Dennis Cornwall, for those of you in the East, what is he coming and tell you all that he achieved in the period of time that he has been there? That was not something already in train by the new National Party before the general election, or something that was already started by the new National Party before the election. What is he going to say that he has done that improved the lives of each and every one of you in St. Patrick East? Let's go to St. Patrick West. For the foreign minister, because most of the time he's foreign to all you. He has become a foreigner to the people of St. Patrick West. So we will start to call him the foreigner. I want to know what love is. That's foreigner? Yeah. So he has become a foreigner. So right now, what is he coming to tell you all? Where he going in Shantimel? Yes, we know he from Shantimel. What is he coming and tell the people of Shantimel that he has done for them? The people in Sotes, the part that belong to that country, what is he coming and tell you all? He coming and tell all about the breakwater project? What has he done with the breakwater project? Why he's done with the erosion on the other side that they say easy to fix, when they're coming easy to deal with? What is he coming to tell you all that he has done? We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Hi, good night, Sheldon. This is the public relations officer from the New York chapter, Mr. Dakota here.
Hey, how you do, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, I'm fine, man.
Good night, talking point.
Yeah,
yeah.
Right
I'm
man.
calling actually to kind of add some light and to congratulate, first of all, the members of the New York chapter for organizing such a stellar event yesterday, which started actually around 10 o'clock and ended just a little after 10. And I want to say hats off to the organizers who attended and the supporters who donated in whatever way and bought tickets and came, and the presence were greatly appreciated. To see them out there in the energy was just on a high last night, yesterday, and it was an event that was, short time planning, but we got it together. We came together as a team, and we executed very well. Everything was on point. And the food was just delicious. We got a lot of compliments from persons because they were amazed that they got so much, for what they bought, and we were happy to be able to not only just satisfy our patron, just we were able to delight them. The music was good, the atmosphere was just right, and they are looking forward to another one. Persons are asking already, when is the next event? Where is the next event? So we have something else coming up, which is called our exquisite event, which is a formal event, which will be held on the 21st of June, and we would have tickets available. We would surely be advertising through all the various means, which is the WhatsApp, the Messenger. We also will be using Facebook and the party web pages to ensure that persons know about it.
You ain't talk about the most important one yet. Talking points, boy. Talking points.
We have to get it there to make sure that the people get the information that they need, because persons are asking. We did
I drag my chair on that one.
Well, once you didn't drag the chain, we are getting there. A number of new faces were there, and a number of persons, they were very pleased, and the conversation was very much enlightening around politics, around the way they think Grenada should be run. They talk about, I did engage a number of persons. A number of persons did come and, talk and so on. And 100% it was an A+ event. From beginning to end.
As I said, I kept getting updates throughout the day.
Yes.
My good friend Meryl, I love my Meryl.
Oh yes,
Meryl and Yvonne.
She did a wonderful live yesterday.
Meryl
was able to see what was taking place.
Meryl did several lives. I mean, we had a call earlier, and it's unfortunate that that particular couple had that situation. But in all things in life, not everybody will always be pleased with everything. So you have those things. I
remember the thing about it is, we're a party. We listen. We're a group.
And that's how you improve, by listening. Yeah.
Yes, we listen, and what I can vividly, I don't want to bust anyone's bubble, but the facts needs no recommendation. As far as I remember, that this person came, and I know she said something about a discount, and we really try to accommodate them. But some people, you can't please everybody, and I saw them from the beginning when they came during the morning. We had a breakfast menu which they partake in, and they were out and about, and they also got lunch, and they were back again for the leaving portion of their food. So they would have been served basically 3 times. And then she was talking about somebody making some talk. That was even true. People came and took their food because yesterday, if you realize, the temperature went down to about 65, and 65, some people don't like that kind of a weather. They prefer to be inside.
Wait. We're in the Caribbean. We just deal with Celsius down here.
Well, we were cold yesterday.
Okay, just say cold. Right, go ahead.
Yeah, the temperature had a little break yesterday, so that's why people would have come and they would have also have other engagement, but they prefer to come and support. I know people left from other brunch to come to our own, and they also left from birthday parties because it's a weekend and it's coming into summer. Summer is around the corner, so persons are getting themselves, or they're trying to breathe, because you know how it is in New York City. You're always on the inside, and once you get a chance to get out as a Caribbean people.
I don't know. I spend most of my time in Washington, Arizona, and Texas, and Florida.
Well, that's a little bit mixed between the cold and the hot temperatures and so on. And I want to tell you, it was a marvelous time yesterday. We had a great time. We started off well. As I said, we started on time. We want to make sure that all of our events are well coordinated, well organized.
I heard that there was somebody there at 10 ready to start, and that's commendable. Only over the
Yes.
weekend, I saw someone speaking about the fact that different organizations they have this thing now where they're starting everything late, and we need to start
Yeah.
on time. And it was good that you all had somebody there at 10, the
Yes.
advertised time, ready to start.
Yeah. Yeah. So for the person who did call, I could also vividly remember that Wendy and Kathy spoke to the individuals, and they did accommodate her. And a few days before the event, we heard of someone asking for a senior prize and so on, which is a fundraiser. In a fundraiser, you don't have those moments where you give persons ticket at, but we are a loving party, first of all, based on the constitution of the New National Party and by nature. So we ensure that we make whatever, which I don't have to go into, and they know the facts, that we try to accommodate them. She did say something about the price and whatever it was. If you ask for that, we try to accommodate you. We don't chase anybody. We welcome everyone with open arms.
So let me ask this question though. When is the next activity coming up? You mentioned activity, but do you all have anything that's coming up within the next month?
Yeah,
is the date set?
June 24th. June 24th.
That's month after.
Yes. And then we also have a calendar of events for the year that we roll out. As time go on, we'll give you or the general public ample time to prepare, to get the funds together, to purchase a ticket, and to be in support to attend our events.
So the sophomore visa for the 21st of June.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you visa.
You should be here and invite as much persons as possible, because I'm sure that your Talking Point fans in New York and around New York City, as far as Washington, Delaware, New Jersey, Long Island, and so on, they would be grateful to come to meet you, to greet you, and to have a good time.
Yes, indeed. And I see. I was putting up the pictures while you were speaking. I was putting up some of the pictures from the activity, and I see a lot of faces that I know in between, and some faces that I don't know. And I kind of like it when I don't know the faces that I see, because it's people that just reach in, people that knew. So I see some of the faces that I know, and then I see some faces of people that I definitely don't know, and that's good. That's a good thing, that I don't know those faces.
Persons were very eager, and they're also asking about a lot of different things that I won't go into now, but they want to be a part, they want to be included, and they want to make their presence be felt. So we welcome them with all good intentions. Welcome aboard. And our next event is June 24th, 2025, and that will be our Exquisite, which will be a formal event.
Yes, indeed. My brother, I want to thank you so very much for the excellent job you all have done. And indeed, for clearing up, it's always good to hear all sides of something. I ain't not to say, well, I ain't listening to this, I ain't listening to that one. It's good to hear all sides of the story.
We welcome them and we appreciate them.
And
anytime they come.
Just as I love and appreciate all of you. And I hope to see them at the next activity, because I will be up at the next activity. So I'll have to come and meet you all, right? Nice, good.
All right, that's a must. We will be outside.
As Cami, Mommy, George, all of them does always tell me, God's willing. Right?
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Okay,
that
my
is
brother.
it.
Thank you so very much. All right.
Great.
Wonderful.
Bye.
Yes, indeed. Folks, and I want to play a little something for you from the youth arm of the New National Party. Yeah, I just want to play a little something for you from them, because when it comes to youth, it's the NNP that does thing with youth and thing, Yeah, let me show you a little something from the youth arm. Oh no, I did it the wrong way again. Right here. Let me show you all this from the youth arm of the New National Party.
The future of young Grenadians should not be determined by politics.
My political affiliation should not determine my future.
The future of youthful ambition should be a politics-free zone.
No matter our political affiliation, religion, color, or creed, our government should work for all Grenadians.
No young person should be victimized because of politics.
My future should not be determined by the party my parents support.
We should all be allowed to realize our dreams without political discrimination.
It is the right of every youth to strive regardless of party affiliation.
Politicians, hands off for you.
Stay off my back and let me ride. Please take your knees off my neck.
My dreams belong to me, not for the politician. It's for me to decide.
Please don't let party politics destroy my hopes and dreams.
No to party politics when it comes to my future.
I am youth.
Young people, don't give up the fight.
Yes, so we've heard there from the young people of the New National Party. I find I miss a call, they are calling back. Yeah, I'm calling back. Yeah, when I miss them call and them I have to call back, you understand?
Hello?
Camille Teresa Scott.
Hey, Sheldon Scott. Good night, good night. Good night to Grenadians home and abroad.
How you doing, my love?
Yes, a day boy I lie down, pain in me foot, I don't so well
Oh,
at all,
gosh.
I'm fighting.
Oh, dear.
I just had to say good night to everybody. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And people
Don't
wanted...
worry, a day man. God is good.
People
God
needed
is good.
to-
God is good.
People needed to
When
hear
you
your
see
voice.
them Grenadians in America, eh? They had a big party up there. I see me family there. Eh? Yes. Hey. Yeah. That, eh, I see me uncle sit down there, lad God. Yeah. And then Piates. Yes.
Yes, Gabby.
Good night to everybody. Good night to everybody. Good night. Yes. Sheldon, you good, boy?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm-
All right,
I'm-
darling.
I'm more than
Somebody
good.
needs something for you. You pass right there, go send for it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You go talk. All right.
Yeah.
Wonderful,
All right,
Media.
darling. Take care.
All right.
Good night, Dr. Mitchell. Good night. And Miss Yolande Ben Hotspur. I want to say good night to y'all. And my friends in St. David's. My friends in St. David's, good night to everybody. Love everybody. Are you hanging there? Some of them can't come down and vote. Trump taking the green card. Them men, the CI and them over there used to come down. They can't come down. I know they can't come. Trump taking that. They can't come.
Gabby, you know you see
Yes. Good night, darling. Good night to everybody. And are you hold on there? Hold on tight. Hold on. Hold on. Don't give up. Hold on. Dr. Mitchell, good night wherever you are, sir. Bye-bye. Good night.
All right,
Sheldon.
Gabby. Yes, ma'am.
All the best, darling.
Thank you so very
Bye-bye.
much, Gabby. Yes,
Yes.
indeed. Yes, indeed, folks. We speak with Auntie Kiame. Hope you're having a wonderful. Well, I know you have to look at pain and that kind of thing, but oh gosh, yes. And I see you see that one from the time you say that, I see that sort of Auntie Kiame on the meeting here. Yes, I know. Once it's Auntie Kiame. 1473 or 440-7377, 1473-440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yes, indeed. And let me see, I'm looking here, trying to see the latest, that map looking kind of reddish, boy. Not reddish, sorry, that map looking kind of yellowish. All right, yeah. The thing is that the votes will not be finished counting by the time we end the program tonight. And as I said before, there are many seats that are traditionally held by the PNM and some that are traditionally held by the UNC. They are going to hold on to the vast majority of those. It's roughly 18 or so. And then the rest of the seats outside of the marginals or so are what are going to make the difference right now. Tobago looking kind of blue. Yeah, Tobago looking kind of blue. But we'll get the updates in relation to what is taking place a little later on. We'll get some more information in relation to what is taking. In fact, we only have about 7 minutes remaining on tonight's program. And then at the end of the 7 minutes, we're going to make sure, yes. And somebody's asking, how can they become a card-bearing member or sign up for the New National Party at present? You could contact whoever is in charge of your area. They will take your information. There will be a recommender. I could recommend you. There could be other people that will recommend you. And you sign up, you get your form to sign up and everything, and the recommender signs it. You pay your fee, and you become a member of the party. I'll go over the details with you after the program. Yeah, after the program, I'll go over the details with you in relation to that. You know, tonight I was actually due to speak on the Marketing and National Importing Board and the continuing problem with the seaweed, but I decided to hold back on it. We'll discuss that probably on Wednesday night, not tonight. And tomorrow night I should be having a guest. If we don't have the guest, we'll go into those two areas tomorrow night. Remember, Thursday is a holiday. We will endeavor to do the program on Thursday, but just remember, Thursday is a holiday, but we'll endeavor to try and do the program on Thursday as well. All right, folks? And remember, the phone lines are still open, and I'm getting your messages. One of the things I'm going to start doing is reading out your messages when they come in. Yeah, I'm going to read out the messages when they come in. Yeah. Okay, yeah, somebody is saying, no, somebody is saying Andy and Deacon is going to fall. Let me explain something to you all. When you hear certain individuals calling every morning and promoting Andy Williams, realize that those individuals, I call no name, who say they are card-bearing members, they are one of the foundation members, not card-bearing, foundation members of the National Democratic Congress, it is because they don't like Deacon. They don't like him. So they are promoting one particular individual and pushing that one particular individual because they believe that when the time comes to challenge for leadership, that individual will be able to challenge. But they must remember, unlike the New National Party, where every time you have a convention of the New National Party, the position of political leader is up for grabs. Every election, every time there's a convention of the New National Party, all positions are declared vacant. Not some positions are declared vacant. All positions are declared vacant, and then nominations are open for the various positions as they are announced. Yeah, nominations and second and everything for the various positions. That happens every time you have a convention of the New National Party. The people who talk about undemocratic, their party, you cannot challenge who is the leader. You can't challenge them for, I think, 2 or 3 years when they become leader. You cannot challenge them at all once they hold the office of prime minister. You can't challenge them for leadership of the party. So if the person, anything is wrong with them physically or mentally, or if they just bad mind, whatever it is, them NDC can't do nothing about the leader. They have to stay there and grind it. They have to take it. They can't do nothing about it. So tell me, which party sounds more democratic for you? The one that every time they have a convention, all positions are up, or the one that says once you hold that position and you're prime minister, that it can't be challenged. I've seen Dr. Mitchell as prime minister, and he gone into a convention, and all positions are declared vacant. All are declared vacant. So which party is more democratic? The one that does do that, or the one that say, nah, we could change the others, but we can't change the easy leader? Yeah? But they want to talk to us about democracy? Come on, please. Please. Yeah? So understand that there are individuals who are pushing, instead of acting prime minister, they want him to stop acting and actually take the full role. So there are people that will push him as much as possible. I am a dog in that fight, because I don't deal with dog fight. Yeah, I don't fight animals. I don't have time for that. Yeah? Yeah. I am no dog in that fight. That is their business. Right? What we have to do is mind our business. And in the same way, you have 2 elections taking place today. A night will come. A night will come. Sooner. Let me repeat. Sooner rather than later, a night shall come when the reckoning falls upon the present administration, the reckoning of the Grenadian people. That night is not as far away as some of you may think. It is much closer than many of us think it is. But come, it must. Come, it have to. Come, it shall. That night of reckoning, every time the sun rises and the set, is one day closer. And we have to make sure that we are prepared, that when that night of reckoning comes, that we will be ringing bells and beating drums of victory in each and every constituency in Grenada and Carriacou Petit Martinique. We have to do what is necessary and ensure that those turning 18, that they get registered. And if they already turn 18, that we get them registered. We have to make sure that all our canvassing is done and done properly, because they are depending on AI. What the NDC is doing now is they are using artificial intelligence and building a profile of each and every voter in the state of Grenada. They have admitted this. And they could call the name whatever, is the NDC doing it. They have built a profile of each and every voter in the state of Grenada. They have also used AI to predict the way that you will vote. Due to the things you say on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all these places, and from trying to call you, they don't just call people just like that. If they find they can build enough information on a profile on you, on Facebook or whatever, they're going to call you and try to get information in relation to it. You could answer them. But at the end of the day, you know that when that night of reckoning comes, as the night of reckoning in Trinidad has come tonight, as the night of reckoning has come in Canada tonight, that when that night of reckoning comes for the country of Grenada, as we call it, the Tri-Island State, which is actually incorrect, but the Tri-Island State, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, that when that time comes, we send this government and the bad mind individuals packing. That day is sooner rather than later. Folks, that's all the time we have for tonight on Talking Points. Sorry we can't stay a little longer tonight, but we want to go and see if we can find out what's going on with those elections and so on. So in everything you say and do it safe and secure. What are we doing? Do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you, and definitely not about you. Love each and every one of you. You know what, boy? I love my Carriacou music bad. I just feel to dance and thing when I hear. Let me get that thing.